Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. I'm Gray and we're going to be talking about citizenM Bowery Hotel. Before we get started, if you're completely new here, hi, I'm Gray and I'm a review blogger. I post recipe reviews every single week on grayeyes.me, and on here I share my unboxing videos, recommendation videos, and that goes for subscription services, hotels, restaurants, etc. My video reviews will be here on YouTube. If you like this type of stuff, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free, only a couple of clicks, and it does help me immensely, so thank you so much in advance. Let's get started. If you are finding this video, then it is quite likely that you might have seen my citizenM Seattle review that I posted back in 2021. And this time I'm very excited to come back with a citizenM review for the New York hotel, specifically the Bowery Hotel. So this past month in February was my husband's birthday, and we wanted to travel for his celebration. So he chose New York, and I had to do a little bit of digging on where we were going to stay. That is how I came across citizenM once again. Absolutely perfect timing, perfect location. We ended up planning some items around Lower Manhattan, so I narrowed down the hotel search that way. And fun fact, citizenM has two locations in New York, one in Times Square and one in Bowery, so Lower Manhattan. The location, fantastic. So this review, if you are looking for more in-depth things about the hotel, I highly recommend that you check out my review from 2021. I can tell you that very little is different in terms of like the rooms. That's the main thing with citizenM hotels. All the rooms are the same. The rates will be the same. The only things that will change the rates, I will say that there is a price difference between the Times Square location and the Bowery location of citizenM. There is a price difference. However, in terms of regular amenities, they are all the same throughout all the locations of citizenM. So how does that price change? Well, there are a couple of ways, and I'll be able to go through that as well. So again, if you need like a full room tour, then I highly recommend you check out that video. Today we're going to be talking about specifically about the Bowery Hotel and what the experience is like there. So let's get started. So now that I am back in the Chicagoland area, I had a little bit of time to think back and reflect on what this hotel experience was like. Holy smokes. When you walk in, I was left speechless. The Seattle location is just, basically flat and then goes up. This hotel is a work of art. Not only from the art that is lining all over the walls, but the entire structure. Fun fact, that location actually used to be a parking garage. So some of the pillars that you see and the staircase, all of that is actually part of the original structure. And because of parking garages having those pillars, they couldn't remove that due to the actual structure need, so they made it work. There's just so much happening in this hotel that I wouldn't even have thought twice. Why is that pillar there? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter. Everything is beautiful. The really cool part about, of course, the very iconic gallery walls that are filled from ceiling to floor of art, sculptures, pictures, anything that has like a pop culture type of vibe to it. it actually starts from outside. There are some pieces that literally start from outside and then go into the entirety of the hotel. But what you'll notice is when you walk in, you have the front lobby, you have the desk to check in, and obviously all the art, but you are actually not at the top level. You have a loft almost style floor where you can look over and see the living area. That is one of my favorite parts of the citizenM hotels, is where people can sit and not be stuck in their room the entire time. So the really, really neat part that left me speechless was there is seating along the wall that is almost like cascading blocks and little tables where you can sit, and all this time you are surrounded by art. And I'll let footage of this play because there were a lot more people in the living area than there were in the Seattle location, so I didn't want to be too disruptive as I was catching footage, but everything that I have I'll be posting throughout this video. The view. We paid a little bit extra to get a better view, and that essentially puts you in one of their better rooms. We ended up staying on the 18th floor. And when I tell you the view, it was beautiful at night. It was beautiful first thing in the morning, when even if it was cloudy and foggy outside, it was picturesque. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I loved waking up to that. And the slow rise of the blinds in the morning. I mean, it's like you were in the clouds. It was really, really neat. Definitely, if you are traveling to New York and staying at this particular location, pay a little extra. It's worth it. Honestly, it sets the tone for the day. If you wake up with something so lovely to look at, how can you have a bad day? You just can't. I mean, we didn't have that much sunshine on our trip, but the views were spectacular. The additional items that you can adjust your stay with include the buffet breakfast, and I had some people ask about that in my Seattle location. While I did not sign up for that just because we had some dining plans for our trip, I did take a look to see what people were enjoying from the buffet breakfast. So typical, whereas you have your protein, you have your scrambled eggs, but I also noticed that people had some croissants and bagels, and I mean, if you're in New York, I can guarantee the bagels are probably delicious. And of course you have your coffee and your other assorted beverages as well. And that is still in the same spot as it was in the Seattle location, where it was in the citizenM Cantina, so where you have that lobby bar as well. So you'll be able to find a delicious sounding, at least, buffet breakfast, and you can add that onto your room. At the time of booking your trip, it's applied for per day. You can add it on the days that you will actually enjoy it, so not for the entire trip, and they would just bill it to your room. I mentioned the citizenM Cantina. That is the bar in the hotel that you can go to. Of course, I had to try the Citizen Jasmine to make sure that the quality was still the same as it was in Seattle, and I can confirm it is still very delicious. I made a point to try some other drinks as well, but speaking of drinks, citizenM Bowery Hotel in New York has a rooftop bar, everyone. The rooftop bar, I believe it was called the Cloud M. It has a different name because it is separate from the citizenM Cantina. The menu is different, and it's delicious. I believe I had a prickly pear drink, and it was outstanding. But of course, when you're at a rooftop bar, what's the thing you're looking for? The view. The entire space was decorated in such a cool way. The same vibe that you have downstairs carries up, except there isn't so much art on the walls because you have floor-to-ceiling windows. So it doesn't matter where you're seated, you are guaranteed a very great view of New York City. Now, the Times Square location also does have a rooftop bar, but when I was speaking to one of the employees, I believe his name was CJ, so shout out to you. Thanks for all this info, I really appreciate it. They told me that the Bowery Hotel has a much better view. Times Square, you are smack dab in Times Square, so you're gonna have the buildings up close as your view. The Bowery Hotel has the entire skyline. And when it's lit up at night, now I wish I could have gotten a better shot of the actual rooftop. However, it was so windy that day that they were actually asking people not to bring any drinks outside because, I mean, your phone could have been swept out from your hand. It was very, very windy. But regardless, we got to enjoy the music that was playing over the speakers, and we still had a really, really great view. We did some people watching, so it was overall a really, really great experience. Our experience at the citizenM Bowery Hotel in New York was, I would say, very similar to that of Seattle, meaning it was great. Our stay was very comfortable. The beds were very comfortable. The iPad was working properly. I know I had some other people ask about the movie options. We didn't get a chance to watch any movies, so we just flipped on whatever was on the local TV. So good old TLC drama, whatever was on before we left for the day or when we came back to unwind. So everything was functioning properly. I will say one thing, the service is incredible. On Wednesday night, I was drying my hair and I was basically done drying it, but then the hair dryer just stopped working and I tried every single outlet. I thought, resetting it didn't work. I went downstairs after our dinner and said, hey, just FYI, can I get a replacement hair dryer? Mine stopped working, and they reminded me that of course I can use the phone, but I wanted to go and speak to someone just because I was heading downstairs anyway, so it wasn't an issue at all. But a new hair dryer was brought up to my room in under 5 minutes. It's very, very quick. They made sure to stay in the room until I tested that it was working properly, and it was. So just like any hotel, this stuff is bound to happen. Totally okay. I have no issues with it. But the fact that it was resolved so quickly always makes me really happy. In terms of other room amenities, I mean, it's all the same as the Seattle location. Same size bed, same TV, same iPad, same vanity, same shower, same bathroom. Again, if you are not comfortable, if you are traveling with another person, make sure you're comfortable. Hey, it's one way to get really close with someone, right? So I really am happy with our stay, and I'm really happy that we got to stay at another citizenM hotel. This is absolutely an experience that I highly recommend for any travelers, whether you are a solo traveler, you're traveling with a friend or a partner. It's such a cool experience, and what's really nice is that it encourages you not to spend all your time in your hotel room. If you're traveling for work, there are plenty of workspaces, not only in the living area, but there are some booths that are along the that are beside the hotel bar. I hope you enjoyed this review from the perspective of someone who has previously stayed at a citizenM property, and I really do hope that I get to stay at some more. So if you like these types of reviews and you would like to see more, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because I would love to have you notified when a new video is up. So Until next time, I hope you have a good one. Take care and stay gray amazing.